Hello YouTube, this is Team Pointy Star here with your host VO. Today I decided to start a new segment where I'm going to take a deck and I'm going to explain a lot about the deck. I'm going to try and explain positives, negatives, and some of the good and bad cards of the deck for each different deck. Each video will be about 7 minutes long and probably include, well, everything you need to know about this deck. Today's deck is going to be Traptrix. There are some really good cards in this deck, including the Traptrix Atrax. When this card is on the field, the normal trap cards cannot be negated, and you can activate trap cards from your hand, which are really good. Trap cards. The next card in the deck is Murmillo. This card does is, when she's normal summoned, you can add from your deck to your hand a trap hole card that's normal. And when she's special summoned, you can destroy one spell a trap card that your opponent controls, which is actually really good. You can run her along with other MSTs if you want to, and you'll have really good back row destruction. This deck also has the Traptrix Nephthys, I believe it is, Nephthys. What this card does is it says while this card is faced on the field, if a trap hole card is activated, you can special summon from your deck one Traptrix monster. She's got 2,000 defense, so you get her on the field and face up defense, and you've got yourself a little wall. You got a lot of traps in this deck that you can run, including the Traptrix Trap Hole, which says when the card effect is activated of a monster that was special summoned this turn, you can just negate the activation and destroy it, which is really good with cards like the Madolche Queen and several other good cards, maybe your Pappy or any other XYZ or Synchro that comes out. There are some more good cards, including the Void Trap Hole, stops any monster with 2,000 or more attack that's special summoned. The regular trap hole stops the normal summon of a monster with 1,000 or less, and the one bottomless trap hole that is, negate the summon or destroy a monster that was summoned with 1,500 or more attack. Now, being able to use that card one time is really good, correct? Well, they added a new Traptrix card called Traptrix Tio. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon from your graveyard one Traptrix monster. But the other effect is when this card is special summoned, you can target one trap hole card in your graveyard and activate it, or set it face down in your back row. If it is not destroyed by the end of this turn, or if it is not used by the end of your opponent's turn, then you have to banish it. But that also tells your opponent no summoning of this monster, depending on which hole you get, which you can bring back the bottomless trap hole, and maybe get the bottomless on whenever they summon their next turn. That is pretty much all the monsters, plus one of the traps. There are some other good cards in this deck that you can use, such as I use Fiendish Chains. Cards work really well for consistency. You can try Veilers, or this Beatron, I think it is, Beatron, which is when this card is like summon, you can do stuff with the insects in the deck, since half the monsters are insects. Other cards in this deck that you can use, Mirror Force because it won't be negated, Prison because it won't be negated, Compulse, it can't be negated. All these cards, all these normal traps that are really good, that will not be able to be negated because of the A-trap. This deck is really strangely consistent using your 3-Pot Duality, trying 3-card card, maybe 3 Shard of Greeds, and you can just go set 4, set 5, summon a monster maybe if you want to, and then just end. You can completely control what your opponent does because all the trap hole cards all do something different. The way this deck works is it kind of just super control your opponent and then poke with weak damage. Now, I would rate this deck on a scale of good, bad, or decent actually pretty good, because being able to completely control your opponent, not just from regular cards, but being able to completely control them to the point where they are unable to do really much of anything, is really, really good. The weakness to this deck, Royal Decree is this deck. So you gotta really hopefully get that Tio to be able to special summon from your graveyard the Murmillo, the M-Lady, whatever. I would really suggest this deck because all the level 4 monsters work really well. You can pull out XYZs really easily if you want to. I didn't find myself using it. And I might even end up running this deck because I am really impressed about how this deck does. You think I did something wrong? Think there's cards I missed? Just tell me in the link below, and maybe just comment what you think about this deck. You think a different deck I should do next week? Go right ahead and tell me, and I'll try and get up on it. That's pretty much all. I do have a little side note though. I'm sorry the quality of this video is not the best. I did work on the lighting for this video as opposed to the last one, and I'm also going to be getting a better camera really soon, maybe about a month or so. And probably try and get myself a better mic for my computer videos. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will take almost any suggestions you want for future videos. I am listening to some of your all of the comments that I've been given, and I will be working on a How to Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like 101, which will teach the basics and then more complex things, even more complex things, and then it'll try to teach you how to use certain decks, maybe, like how to use a deck based on what is asked for. If somebody asked me how to use wind-ups, I'll teach them how to use wind-ups. Somebody teach me teach me how to use Fairy, Spam, Ninja, Exodia, Countdown. I'll work out a way to teach them. From this point forward, it's just you guys tell me what you want, and I'll work on that. I am currently in progress of making a few more videos, and I really hope you enjoy them. Thanks for watching. Yeah.